Hey guys, this is David, and this is for Module 1, Getting to Know Yourself. And you know, there's a lot of tricky things about being who you are, because we are so influenced, not just by our parents and our families and friends, but probably even more so by society, because, you know, we have to be part of a social structure. And the thing is, our society right now, as in mainly North American society, but much of Western society, has become, for lack of a better word, extremely soft. Which is fine. I mean, I'm not going to really make a commentary on that, but we're sort of a society of appeasement, meaning nobody wants confrontation, nobody wants conflict, because it makes sense. Conflict can be dangerous. You don't know if you get into a conflict with someone what they're going to do. So, hey, let's avoid it. But we also get into this mode of appeasement where no matter how bad something is, even though we know commonsensically it's bad, we still will accept it, and we justify that acceptance with words like, personal freedom and live and let live type of stuff. The problem is that doesn't make good storytelling, okay? Good storytelling is all about conflict, and we as humans and all other animals on the earth, conflict is a huge part of our existence. It's basically the rules for survival. So what you need to look at is, who would you really be if you weren't paying attention to all of the messages you were being bombarded with constantly telling you how to be? And I know it's really hard to go and, raise people's hackles and stuff. It's something you may want to try, just really speaking your opinion. Because most of us, we have opinions, and we swallow them because we know that they might be controversial. And, the last thing anybody wants is to be ostracized from the group. But, for instance, I'm somebody who, I don't mind speaking out. I guess it's probably because I can't help but speak out. Some of us have that sort of inner, we cannot sit and listen to something that just is completely wrong and not say anything. So I kind of have that aspect of myself, sometimes for better, sometimes for worse, whatever. But it's definitely something you guys should explore. And in particular, I'm talking to the guys, but why not the girls too? Don't just roll over for everything you hear when you think or know that it's wrong deep in your heart. And I think there is a universal right and wrong, to operate as a society and as individuals. There are certain rules you kind of have to live by. So try and adopt the real rules of the road and the real rules of life. And don't follow along, because I would say that's one of the reasons why you see a lot of foreigners in roles that Americans could be taking, is because Americans, in particular the guys again, but the women have their own set of issues, but the guys in America, a lot of them act like kind of Nancy boys, mamby-pamby, soft. They aren't like old school stand up, like the old school John Wayne types, where you stand up for yourself and you stand up for others. And I know sometimes in society that's difficult because people are carrying guns and stuff, and you don't want to say something that's going to end up getting you killed. But you need to be able to learn to act like that, because that's what the roles that heroes play are made of. Okay, it's people that stand up for others, people that stand up for what's right. They don't go they don't go suing. There's no time to sue somebody in real life. There might be in kind of this artificial bubble we've created for ourselves. But in real life, in the jungle, if somebody wrongs you or threatens you, you can't just sue them. You have to take matters into your own hands. You have to stand up for yourself, stand up for your family, stand up for what's right. So I would take a look at some of these Australian guys and some of these, even the English guys, who are taking these roles, roles like House. People freak out because House is so mean. But I think House, is really just a guy who stands up for himself and what's right, and doesn't get caught up in the emotionality of everything. Sure, he hurts a few feelings.